She's a fool. No, don't tell me it's all right. She's just making shit out of her ass.
Sorry, I don't know how to support you in that moment.
But you don't need to support me.
Okay. No, okay, well, tell me what to do. I'm sorry.
I don't know, just sit there.
Okay.
The second-hand embarrassment I have for Steve, why does it look like Rebecca is being held hostage as though he's told her not to say anything and he will speak? Oh my God. And I'm surprised that the men decided to keep quiet. Why didn't they say something and sort of call him out in front of the experts to say, this is not what you told us about your wife? Make it make sense. How can people sit there and watch someone behave so appallingly? I don't get it. And then Brooke and Gia are in high school. They're still in high school. This is why they're single. And this is why Exhibit A, B, C, D up to Z, for anyone who wants to know why people cheated on Brooke, this is why. Who would want to put up with that toxicity? Make it make sense. Who would want to put up with that? And this is why she was crying, every guy I've dated has cheated on me. Because you're not one of the best people ever. You're terrible. You're terrible. And the audacity to do it when you're not, you're being recorded. Why? Why would you criticize other people's marriages? Allow them to fail. We will see it. It's a long way until we get to the end of the show. Make it make sense. Anyway, hey there. Thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Click the like button. Turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos. And definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Married at First Sight Australia, Season 13, Episode 9. So we have everyone sort of getting ready for the commitment ceremony. Obviously, there is tension because, of what happened at the red flag, green flag ceremony. Stephen was afraid. He was afraid. He knows what he did. And so he was afraid and was worried about his wife. Everybody else, the ladies, were reporting to their husbands about the appalling behavior displayed by Gia and Brooke. And it's just like, this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. For Gia to go to her husband and make light of it, I don't get it. I don't understand why he didn't call her out. Because if she can be that horrible to people that she doesn't know, imagine how she is to people that she knows. And imagine also, Gia is supposed to be a carer or a support worker or whatever she does in healthcare. Who wants to be looked after by her when she's that terrible on camera where she knows she's being recorded? What about in private? Stella is in her feelings, obviously. She feels some type of way because of the comments that were made by Brooke. You also have Alicia. She told her husband that this is what Brooke said. And it's like, Brooke, the audacity. You need a burger. Somebody needs to give you a burger or something to eat because your meanness is uncalled for. And I don't get why no one is calling you out. Anyway, everybody turns up for the commitment ceremony. The experts are there. They're excited because this is the first ceremony. And they started out of the gate right with the first person. They started off with Mel and Luke. I wish they'd actually called them out because, they were asked about their wedding. She complained, I expected a fairy tale and that's not what I got. He was late for the wedding and he was chewing gum when he came. And when I got there, everyone was looking at me wondering why I was there. And it's like, this man is on a TV show. He has no control of what happens. Production wanted drama and he gave them drama by forgetting the rings. Don't make it seem like everything was under his control because he told you he had to make a U-turn and go back and pick up the rings. For her to sort of make it about herself and how she's a victim, she had her type that she wanted and sadly she didn't get it. Apparently she wanted someone with blonde hair, blue eyes, and it's like, girl, you're not in a restaurant. Even in a restaurant, you don't always get what you order. So the idea that you wanted the experts to give you every single thing on your checklist, make it make sense. You had on his part, Luke was defeated. He said, she's been pushing me away. There's a coldness there and she's a different character depending on who she's speaking to. The experts agreed with it and said, when we watched you, you were totally different when you spoke to the other couples as compared to speaking to your husband, or when you spoke to the wives as compared to speaking to your husband. And it's like, I personally don't understand why they're still there. I don't even know why they waited until the commitment ceremony. You only have 2-3 times to treat me badly before I'm out the door. I don't have patience for nonsense. Seriously, I don't understand how this man had the audacity to write stay. What is he trying to do? What is he expecting? He should have come to the commitment ceremony and she wrote leave. As soon as she wrote leave, he should have said, I want to change my mind. Let us leave, let us go home. There was no need for the two of them to stay because she's not going to change any sooner. She will come back with an excuse because she was making him out to be the bad guy and he exposed her in front of everyone and she couldn't back it. So hopefully he doesn't stay next week. Gia and Scott, they were the next couple on the couch. They were excited. They said we're equally yoked. Apparently, their sex is amazing. They sort of try and finish each other's sentences. They seem to be doing very well. And the experts were saying they are very aligned. And it's like, at least they should have spoken about her kid and the video that they watched. The fact that we didn't get to see that tells me that they are projecting when they say everybody else is in a fake couple. Gia should have told people about her husband saying he doesn't want a young kid to look after. So I don't get why this wasn't brought up in front of the experts. I'm just side-eyeing it. They were followed by Beck and Danny. Beck and Danny spoke about the no sexual chemistry and that they argued on the honeymoon. And so on his part, Danny said he felt really bad and they've really worked very hard to sort of try and build up on that. I'm going to say it now. This man saw her naked and saw the loose skin and wasn't happy. When she was initially dressed, he liked what he saw. When she took off her clothes and he saw the signs of weight loss, he wasn't happy, and this is why he said there was no sexual chemistry. And so the idea that they're trying to make us believe that there's sexual chemistry there, no. This man is just going through the motions because he wants to be on TV. You could see from their body language that it's not genuine. It really is not genuine. I hate to sort of copy and paste Gia and Brooke, but I can definitely say that about Beck and her husband Danny, that it's not there. Rachel and Stephen were the next couple up. They're the sweetest ever. They're the geek squad of this slot. And so they said their wedding was great. Initially, on his part, Stephen said he was nervous, but as soon as he saw, his wife Rachel, he became comfortable. He said they can relate. Well, they relate to each other's traumas because of the fact that they struggled with body image issues, and watching each other's audition videos really helped unite them. I think they're a cute couple. I think if they can stay away from the drama that is being caused by the toxic trio, they will be fine. They will be fine, and they will actually leave the experiment as a married couple and go on to sort of start a family of their own. I can see that for them. Rebecca and Stephen were next up. Stephen, as soon as he sat down, he started talking. We're very happy. We're very comfortable. We're good. We've got this good friendship. But at the moment, we're still trying to sort of build on that. It seemed like he was saying they're in the friend zone. I didn't understand how Rebecca couldn't even open her mouth and speak. And it's like, what is this man holding against her? Did he complain to her that she talked too much? Allow me to speak, or what is it? He said he's conservative. He should have told him that he wanted an old-style wife, like, what's the name of that lady that Elliot married last season? I've forgotten her name. That's the sort of wife he should have married. Because I don't understand why he's dimming her light. He is wanting her to keep quiet. Even the experts could tell that there was something there that wasn't right. I'm disappointed in the husbands. I expected at least one of the husbands to own up and say, well, this is not what he told us. He told us he can't stand his wife and he doesn't like his wife because of ABC. But they all chose to take the brotherhood code and just keep quiet. So I'm very disappointed. We had Chris and Brooke. Chris and Brooke, for me, it's surprising that actually Brooke is worse than Chris. That's the impression that I'm getting. Brooke is worse than Chris. We thought Chris was the villain. Actually, his wife is the villain. She said, she was unsure about him due to his vows because he said 0.00000% actually succeed on this show. And it's like, given how malicious and vindictive she's coming across, I don't have any hope of her succeeding. She might end up being like that guy. What was his name? Jack and his wife, the one that he ended up controlling, that she couldn't even speak without him and everyone wanted them to divorce. That's the impression that I get, that's going to end up being them. But instead of Jack being the guy, it's going to be Brooke is going to be the one who's going to be controlling this man. She said, she did watch his videos and she wasn't happy because, he said he doesn't like fat people, he doesn't like people with the tan, and he doesn't like people who are very needy. And so for her to say, I decided on day 2 to give him a chance, and we've been digging deeper and having deeper connections. I don't think so. I think Gia and Brooke aligned and they decided that they were going to stay on the show regardless of what was going on around them, and they were going to make everybody else miserable because they were miserable in their relationships. And so the idea that we have the two of them stay, if that works for them, amazing. We are just going to be in the peanut gallery eating peanuts. Everybody else, you could tell, was not impressed by them. They were not impressed. Julia and Grayson, She said, she felt safe when she saw him. She's bisexual. She had to throw that in. She said they shared the same values, and they're building a great friendship. Grayson on his part wasn't happy because he said, I don't want a friendship. I want a marriage. This is why I entered the experience. So the idea that I'm stuck in this relationship with someone who's after a friendship, I don't get it. That's not what I wanted when I signed on to the show. Sadly for him, he signed on to the show because Grayson's friend apparently met his wife on the show. And at that time, people were really genuinely looking for connections. Most people that go on reality TV now want clout and fame and celebrities. So the idea that he would think he would find this person here, she's not his person. She's not. This is my opinion. Although Julia told the experts that it didn't matter who she married, guy or girl, as long as they were aligned, she didn't want a man. And she's not attracted to her husband, regardless of how good looking he is. And so I'm really sad for Grayson because she's going to drag him and then eventually they're going to part ways. I don't see that marriage succeeding. I really don't. And I'm disappointed in the experts because knowing that he was coming on the recommendation of somebody else, they should have matched him with somebody better. If not, they should have left him single. Alicia came up with David, and then you had the mean girl sort of saying, oh my god, we're going to be here for 2 hours. Oh, she speaks like she's an infomercial. If she's happy and excited, that's it. I think she's a PIDS nurse, if I'm not mistaken, and PIDS nurses, they're used to dealing with children, so they have a way of communicating. So for them to criticize her for that, I don't understand. And for Gia to sit there, unless Gia's got a different job and she's really not in healthcare, I don't understand which establishment would employ her after this, because this is not it. Anyway, she said, she loves that her husband is honest, he's caring, their values align, and their religion as well. And so I love them. They seem to be keeping in their little bubble. And I don't know whether it's David who told, Alisa that just ignore the peanut gallery. So the two of them were very happy, regardless of the fact that they knew that these women were criticizing them. And the women were making sarcastic remarks, but they continued to speak on their relationship. For me, Alicia has been a revelation because the girl I saw on the wedding and the way she was swearing like a trooper, I didn't expect this marriage to last. So the idea that she's actually digging deep and actually working hard to make her marriage work, I love it for them. Hopefully she succeeds with David. I really love it for them. And what I find interesting is people that are seen as other are the people that Brooke and Gia have decided to pick on, because they've decided to pick on Alicia with her black husband, and then they've decided to pick on the girl that's from Europe. Where's she from? I've forgotten where Stella is from. And everybody else, they are not bothered by them. Side eye. I'm not going to say what it is, but if it walks like a duck, looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, must be a duck. Lastly, we have Stella and Philip. They are excited. They said there was an instant connection. They have similar values and beliefs, and they really seemed so sweet and caring about one another. So to have the people in the peanut gallery start making comments, I didn't like it. Stella obviously said she really doesn't want to dig deep or really expose her relationship to the light because she's worried that there are people there that are not happy for other people to succeed. And for Brooke to say, oh, I'm the one who said it, but I didn't say it that way. Oh, she's putting words in my mouth. Brooke, keep quiet. Keep quiet. You need a burger and a milkshake. Because seriously, why would you want to interfere? And so Brooke, I think, wants to make everybody else unhappy just because she's unhappy, because there's no other justifiable reason for her actions. And for her to call out somebody else's wife and then start making noise, you actually had the experts tell everyone to quieten down. And it's like, why is she swearing like a trooper? And then telling her husband in the background, you need to sit down, you need to sit down. I am surprised none of the couples left. Everybody wrote stay, including Stella and Philip. But I really wish they'd sort of suspended or they'd sort of sent home Brooke and Gia, because it's unacceptable. Surprisingly, Gia is more quiet around her husband and Brooke is the most vocal one, but still they're just as bad as one another. Birds of a feather flock together. Anyway, it was a great commitment ceremony. I can't wait to see the next one. Obviously, there are more challenges to come next week, so let's see what happens. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click on the link in my video to watch my review from episode 8. Bye everyone.